Yo, what's up, everybody? What's good? It's your boy K-Dot, First Black Super Saiyan. Whoever I on this planet, and I'm back here with another video. I'll be watching Shazam: Fury of the Gods tomorrow. I'll be watching Shazam: Fury of the Gods tomorrow. I'll be watching again Friday. I'm gonna try and go see 65 this weekend. And I'm gonna try and review that for y'all. We gonna talk about it, all that shit's in there. But let's go ahead and talk about the new episode of Superman and Lois season 3, episode 1. What up, Tony? What up? What up? I thought this was a great opening to episode 1 of season 3. So we open up where we left off on season 2. Superman finally built his new Fortress of Solitude. I'm gonna show you guys what the new Jordan actor looks like. So let's flash through real quick. Let me know if everybody in chat watching that, the screen and everything looks good. So I forgot this dude's name, but this guy who's with Lana. So this episode on their side, on the Alana's family side, they're both trying to get these divorce papers signed. They're going through with it. Lana's now mayor. She's been struggling to sign those divorce papers anyways because she got so much stuff going on in the school, where they had to fight in season 2 when Jordan fought Lana from another Earth. What ended up happening was, there was already issues with the school, but when they was fighting and they destroyed most of the walls and stuff, now they found that there was mold revealed in the school building, and they got mold all over the school and shit. The school nasty as fuck now, basically. Nasty ass school. This is the new. And I don't like how they hiding this fool too. Like, they over hiding this dude, like making it all special and stuff. The new Jordan actor. Let me see. All right, so this is the good new guy that plays Jonathan. In my opinion, I don't think he looks that drastically different from the guy who played him before, Jordan Elsas. Let me bring it up. So this is the guy who played Jonathan last season. As a recast, I don't think it's completely bad. As a recast. So yeah, not too bad. It's not too bad. It's not like super drastic, but they don't really look that drastically different. They do look different, but it ain't too drastic. Now, since you have a new actor, he's going to interpret the character in his own little way, but I don't think he deviates too much from Jonathan. I think he's, a little bit still on the lines of Jonathan. I would say his sass that he had, because Jonathan has, a little bit of sass and a little bit of sass to him. In the last couple seasons, it's not really there. He seems kind of a little more calm, chill, just kind of more reserved. Like, he don't got that. He's not. I'm not saying this dude's bad. He's just, I need to see more. They really did not give him a lot this episode. The only thing he really did with Lois was, practice how to drive and stuff, because he sees that as his own freedom, his opportunity to get something of his own, and be able to go out there and move freely about, same as Jordan. Sarah cut her hair. Sarah was looking good this episode too. Let's find Sarah. Oh, this girl, Bitsy Tuluk. I call her Velma. She was looking. Hey, she didn't get no haircut or nothing. She still looks. That's the same haircut and stuff, but she was looking good. I don't know why. It was something about her looking good. She had them big old eyes and stuff. I'm like, dang. Shit. Where you been at? That's what it was like for her. I'm like, dang, where you been at? But she was, literally did not do much this season. I think she was having one of those like midlife crisis moments in this episode where she was contemplating like, what is my life like, why am I here? Because during this episode is Jordan and Jonathan's birthday, and she goes to Jonathan's and Jordan's birthday, and she's kind of like, like, what's my purpose? Like, what am I doing here at a kid's birthday party and stuff? When it's like, I mean, there's other adults here. I think she's just very antisocial and just not used to being around a whole bunch of people like that. But her and Lana's ex-husband all hook up. She wears those slutty skirts. I like, yeah, she pulled up. Now, if I have some minor issues, with some of the green screen in this episode, not completely bad. This is on the working on the TV budget, but I'll say this much: it looks way better than the Flash. It looks way better than any special effects from the Flash and stuff. They're not drastically different, but the lighting and everything really helps a lot of these scenes. Let me mute it so I don't get copyright. So yeah, this moment here with Superman comes to Mandarin. Not Mandarin. China. They're in China now. Jordan already shows up here trying to stop this crane from falling. He's trying to melt it together when he's not doing it. He's not even doing it right. And you couldn't even melt it together the way he was doing it, and Superman had to come in here and clean up his little mistake he made. But before this, Superman told him fly home, and after training, fly home. But since Jordan can hear things just as much as his dad now, he's going to start to fly off to these little problems and stuff that his dad has to deal with too. But I will say this: Jordan did receive his dad's information. He didn't do nothing stupid in the second half of this episode. When Superman returns, he's fighting Atom Man. So this guy Atom Man is supposedly he's doing some work for Bruno and Bruno Lee's inner gang. And I'm gonna show you guys who the Bruno actor is. He's a really good actor. That from The Walking Dead and The Wire. God, let's borrow the shot so I can go shoot Gotham, so I can shoot Gotham Knights in the street like they did Batman. I did not watch that episode. If I do watch it, I'm watching it for free. I paid to watch this episode. I just got this off of YouTube. Let's say $2.99. I ain't tripping off that shit. But yeah, Gotham Knights, if I do watch it, I'm not going to really review it, so don't expect me to review it, but I may talk about it on some streams if I do watch the first episode. But I'm watching that shit for free. I ain't paying to watch that shit because I do not want it to get a second season at all. I don't want it to have a second season. Superman and Lois, as it was stated, is guaranteed 2 more seasons. So it's going to get a season 4 and 5. So James Gunn is going to let this show actually continue. So I think he watched and was like, yeah, let's keep this shit. Yeah, keep Superman and Lois. Keep that shit going. I ain't gonna lie. Bro, I was fucking with this shot right here. Yeah, it came out that fire and shit. People say it was like the Batman when Batman was walking from the explosion to Penguin. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was a flex. I ain't gonna lie. And then this sequence right here, it was not a lot to it. It was just Superman being pushed around by Atom Man. And Superman makes a little comment here. Let me make this clear so some people that like a certain movie can hear this. Go ahead, Superman. Hold up. Go back. Let me go back. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like this show be taking like slick shots at Man of Steel. I really feel like it'd be doing that shit. It'd be taking some slick shots at Man of Steel. That shit funny. They'd be taking some slick ass shots. But let's go ahead and watch some more of the sequence. I thought this was a good little action sequence right here. It was a short one. It was small. It was a simple. It was just literally Superman being pushed around to multiple different buildings and stuff. But I thought this was a cool little action sequence. I ain't gonna lie. Visually, like, look, this ain't like movie budget. This isn't no movie budget CGI, but for a TV show, this is good. It's not even bad. This shit was good. This shit was good. Oh, and later in the stream, we'll talk about James Gunn's Superman Legacy update. So as you guys seen when I posted, he's directing Superman Legacy, but he confirms it today. So we're going to talk about that too. Let me update the title. All right. Let you guys refresh the page. I just changed the title of the stream. I thought this was a good little action sequence. And then this last part right here, when when Adam Man did that headbutt, boom, to take that shit, nigga. Ugh. I'll just say this: if the trend of these past 2 seasons is like a bunch of people like getting powers the equivalent of Superman, which I don't have too much issue with, but I just noticed that as a trend. I'm not sure if he has Kryptonian powers and stuff, but it seems like he got some Kryptonian powers or Kryptonian abilities. Could be some ex-kryptonite again, who knows? But he was hanging with Superman. He Adam Man. Prior to the season, he did not have any powers. He was just shooting fire out of a flamethrower. But at this moment, he got some. I think he probably whatever Bruno is using and testing on him with. It got to be some ex-kryptonite or something. Got to be. And let me show you guys who's going to be playing Bruno. So Bruno Mannheim is a Superman villain. He controls Intergang, and Intergang basically works with Darkseid in a sense. They get their tech from Darkseid and Apocalypse. I'm not saying Darkseid is going to show up, but it would just be shocking if like Darkseid just pulled up. It's like, yo, what up, Supes? Let's fight. Like it would just be, a little bit shocking. I doubt Darkseid is going to show up, but this is who they got playing Bruno. This dude's a really good actor. I'm glad he's playing a villain this season. I'm not saying I like him being a villain in general, but it's good to see him, coming up in here playing as a Superman villain. He doesn't look like Bruno. I mean, he is an obvious race swap, but I'm going to I'm gonna let him, do his thing. Let him do his thing. And this dude's a really good fucking actor. He's a really good actor. But hopefully Intergang in this movie, and it's not in this movie, but in this season, will be done better than what Black Adam did with Intergang, because Black Adam wasted Intergang. If y'all didn't know, the people in Black Adam was Intergang. They was wasted. They wasn't even like close to right, because they're technically Superman villains and stuff, and then Superman is not even here in this movie dealing with his own villains. But yeah, I'm just gonna deal with deal with the fact that Black Adam didn't really do much with Intergang, but this season's about to do a whole bunch with Intergang. And then also, let me go back a little bit. We're gonna go back to Sarah in a minute. So Henry Little, that's the name of the villain here, Adam Man, gets randomly shot up out of nowhere by this random person right here. I do not know what villain this is from any Superman comics. Turn up the sound a bit. Hold on. Let me go back. I went up too far. Right here. So this person right here is working for Bruno. I don't know who this is. It ain't Parasite or nothing, but it's clearly somebody with some hypnosis abilities or whatever. And in this sequence, like here, I really like this sequence where Superman is trying to so out of nowhere, just this villain triggered some stuff going on, and he's trying. Superman is just rushes out of there to see what's going on, and it's like so much going on in the moment. And I think this is going to be an eye opener for like, dang, it would be great to have more help with it. So I think he's going to start to usher Jordan in more with, doing this stuff, but doing it the right way, not just doing it without letting him know or just doing whatever, but also being able to go out there and do something and do it confidently without having to depend on his dad either. So I think this moment right here is going to be an eye opener for Superman. Like, yo, I need some more help with this. I like the story. I like this moment. It really highlights all the, that it really highlights one of the issues that Superman has with his super hearing. Like, he hears everything. He can focus his hearing on certain things. Like, if he wanted to hear Lois, he could. If he wanted to hear Jordan, he can do that. But when it comes to this type of situation and he's trying to pinpoint specific issues, and mind you, in the world, things is going on like daily, right? There could be a war going on in another country. Superman listening to it, right? Now he doesn't dibble and dabble in too much politics, but he hears all this stuff going on. There's only so much he can get to, and only so much he can do. But he tries his best to get to almost everything. Now let's go back to Sarah. She was looking good up in this season two. Now, I'm gonna say this. I did like this moment right here from Jordan. I thought this was a really good development from what happened earlier in the episode. His dad, talked to him, told him what he did was irresponsible. Now he should have went home. And now he's listening to his dad dealing with somebody right now. And then I like this little moment right here. I thought this was a really good moment. Yep. Nah, beach. I like that character development. Now, look, the next episode could fuck this all up, and he just like totally regresses. But right now, character development, character development. He made a mistake. He learned from it. He listens. Now he's applying it. Now it's gonna be a moment in this season when he's gonna have to step up. Maybe this might be a season where he finally, gets to become Superboy. We'll see. But he's still on his journey to become Superboy. Jordan missed them cheeks, man. You know what? I feel bad for Jordan because this girl making it like. Remember last season? She was sad because she kissed a girl at camp, right? And she was scared to tell Jordan. And then, oh my gosh, she tried to pull a Jada. She tried to pull a Jada on him. She tried to pull a Jada on him. She tried to get Jordan to come meet the girl she was with. And I was like, look, Sam, okay, look, you fucked up. You kissed somebody. It's not like you fucked her. All right, and you apologize. Cool and all. But what you doing? You trying to make him come meet the girl that you was, like what the heck? I mean, look, Jordan might be into it. He might be like, hey, my girlfriend like girls too. She buys shit. That means we can have a threesome and stuff. But don't do that. Don't do that. uh I'm not tripping off her 1.5 space and stuff and think things out. I mean, she's pretty much doing what Lana's doing right now, but that's totally different. Jordan didn't cheat or nothing, but it's kind of similar. They both need time to think and to separate. But it's just dang, like, girl, why you doing him like that? Let him hit. Cause she knows she still like him. She over there acting like she don't like him. She's like, oh, I want to be alone. I think for them, I think the biggest issue with the relationship is that they don't have much like, and they don't even stay together. They literally have times when they're separated from one another and they can go do their own thing. I think because I think in a relationship, especially if you're not like together, well, not like when I say physically together, but if you together, there's nothing wrong with having a little bit of space, like especially when y'all both in a home doing so. Like y'all can have a little bit of space. Like you can be somewhere playing your video games. Your girl, I don't know, she like drawing or doing something. Like have a little bit of space and stuff. Like y'all don't got to be constantly on each other. Or if y'all got friends and stuff, go kick it with some of y'all friends and stuff. Not saying a fully separate, but sometimes being together too much can be a little bit unhealthy. But also being separated too far and too much can be detrimental to the relationship. But from what's going on now, this is, typical high school drama and shit. But I need Sarah to stop playing with my man's heart because he can't take it no more. This man is emotional. He said last season, Dad, I love her. I love her. And look, Sarah looked good. But Sarah, just let my man smash. Let my man smash. She knows she won it too. Like she over there playing around. She got a super nigga as her boyfriend. And she over here playing these games. She capping and shit. Bullshit. What's good, Snyder? Yo, goated episode. They made Jordan a simp again. Yeah, this season, like, I don't want to see if Sarah does it again this season and like her, because like this whole, I'm totally fine to being separated, but if she tries to like hurt him emotionally again, like she need to go. She need to go. Because last season, what she was tripping off of, yeah, she kissed somebody, but it's like, all right, I mean, it's not like y'all fucked or some shit. You made a mistake. At least you coming forward and being honest about it. But then you still like vilify Jordan in a sense, and you don't like really, you're not trying to make it work because you're still guilty about the shit. And it's like, move the fuck on. He fucking forgave you. He forgave you. Move the fuck on from it. I get it. It's still, going to be a detriment for you, but move on. He's allowing you to move on. Like Jordan literally is not even mad at her about kissing the other girl. Because you know what? He probably okay with it. It's like, ooh, my girl kiss other girls too. Ooh. He cool with it. He ain't tripping. It's not like it's not like she getting dicked down by another dude. Also, I forgot to cover Steel. Steel didn't do much in this episode. Steel and Natalie, they both return. Natalie is still having her season, and I get it. She's from a different Earth, and I've been said she needs to get over this, but I understand why she's doing what she's doing and why she's acting like this. So she wanted to kick it with Lois's dad. She wanted to kick it with Lois's dad. And Steel pulls up. Now Steel went in the father mode. He's like, nigga, you supposed to be, spending time with my daughter and stuff. You over here trying to talk about schools and nonsense and shit. You over there lied. Like he came in, straight dad mode. He wasn't fucking around. The fathers in this show, they really make them like even Superman. He's not a mean. He's not a mean abusive father. He's a very well balanced father. He's not a chump, and he ain't too strict either. He knows how to keep that balance. He knows when to raise his voice. He knows when not to raise his voice. I'm not sure if he smacked him in the back of the head a couple of times, but he's not a abusive father. Same thing for Steel. I think Superman and Steel are both solid depictions of fathers in the show in general. We're about to see Steel have his dad moment right here. Yeah, no business. Oh, this is some of the best. This is the only time in live action we have had Steel ever since Shaq. But comparing this to Shaq, this is a level up from what we got with Shaq because that was shit with some trash. But this is a total level up. This season they need to give him a more steel comic accurate looking steel suit with the Superman logo, red cape. Like go ahead, go and do it. I've nothing against the little Doom guy outfit he got because he legit got a Doom guy suit, but it's time to make it a little bit more accurate. I think it's been enough seasons. Time to do a more accurate look. or just take the currency you got, add a red cape to it. He don't need a cape, but that aesthetic is what makes Steel Steel. His hammer, the steel suit, um, the Superman logo, and the cape. Just add it onto it. There's literally only two things that need to be added to make it a more accurate suit. The writers made her a victim. Yeah, like it, they over there dragging this whole separation of them that doesn't need to be there. When she cheated, lol. But yeah, and so basically Natalie wanted to just kick it with kick it with the general, but the general was trying to gauge her interest and see if she want to come to this DOD school that he got, which is a little bit more prestigious and stuff, and try to push her education and give her better opportunities, which isn't bad. But like, bruh, she just wanted to come kick it with you, watch a movie and all that. Like, come on, you didn't have to do all that. Let's see what else I need to cover. Yeah, she was looking good. I think she looked good in almost every season, but this season, dang, it's just something about them big bulging eyeballs. It's just something about them eyeballs that just really like stare into your soul. She got some big ass eyes, but they not ugly. It works with the whole aesthetic that she got going on. But she got some big ass eyeballs though. Them shits be like to be coming out her fucking sockets. Yeah, and like I said, like the new Jonathan, he's not a drastic change from the previous Jonathan, but his mannerisms is not like he needs to work on his mannerisms more because Jonathan, he had a little bit like a type of sass to him, like the way he moved. He was very eccentric and stuff, like but a lot of it was led by him having this little swagger that he got going on. He got had a swag with him. Not saying this one don't got no swag and stuff, but it still feels like he's getting used to everybody. That's what it feels like. It feels like he's still getting used to the cast and everything. It doesn't feel like he's fully accepted this role that he's in. But they gave him little screen time anyways, which I didn't really like because he felt like he felt like he wasn't really part of the family as much in this. But yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's not bad. You got more episodes to work with, but he's fine right now. But on a visual, on a visual, compared to Jordan Elsas, not a bad casting. Not a bad casting. It's literally not a bad casting. A little similar, but not bad. A little similar. Was good with you, Terrence? The new actor's okay, but nowhere near as good as the other actor. I totally agree with that. Innocent little freak. Lois, man, these girls was all horny this episode. Lois was horny. This girl was horny, and they was all fucking in this episode. Shit, everybody fucking. So I wonder what issues Lois is going to be having with her marriage, not her marriage, but her pregnancy. So the doctor is trying to see what's up with her pregnancy. Hopefully Lois doesn't die of a miscarriage or something or does going on. But I don't know why she's trying to hide it from Clark and not being so open about it. Like, y'all can literally just go to the fortress and see, since she is going to be giving birth to another half Kryptonian child. Just go to the fortress and have her mom do the x-rays and all that shit, see what's up in her body and make sure she good. But yeah, I don't know why she's keep being so secretive about these little updates and not really telling Clark about it, because Clark is open to having a baby. And yeah, there was a moment in the episode when he was like, oh shit, I'm about to have another fucking kid. Damn. Let me go right here. Cute little moment right here. Cute little moment. What up, Miss? I don't like black guys. What's up, Bill? I'm joking. Canceled. Beppo would never get any D from me. Not my type at all. You talking about Lois's partner? You talking about Lois's partner? I mean, I would give her some. She ain't that bad. She ain't that bad. She got she got some. Her eyeballs kind of big, but she ain't that bad. She ain't that bad. She alright. So this is when Steel finds out Superman's gonna be having a baby. Another baby. They solid. I like their little back and forth. Steel and Superman, they got a solid relationship in the show. They from going from a character that was dead set on killing Superman just because of what other Superman did on his Earth. There's some good character development. And to where they at now, and mind you, they're all not related because they're from separate Earths, but they're all one big family. Steel was married to Lois from a different Earth. Superman is married to Lois. In a way, they all family, regardless of anything. They're not sharing Lois at all. They're not sharing. Look, Clark don't share, but they're all family at this point. Natalie and Jonathan and Jordan, they're damn near half brothers and half sisters at this point. They 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 have a bond that's all they have a bond that's tied with Lois, and it's like we can't really separate from one another because we're all in this together type of thing. It's corny, but you know that's what the power of love is. The female with the big eyes, she does nothing for me. There's no way my D would get hard for I'll pass that up quick. Hey, look. I would show her, I would kindly show her some love. Take her on a dinner, get some steak or whatever. She's white. She probably like that medium rare shit. Get her a medium rare steak. I give me a well done steak. Put some barbecue sauce on it. Try to seduce her, get her to come home, do my thing with consent. I'm so happy they have Steel around. They did a great job with such a character. Yeah, like I said earlier, Terrence, compared to Shaq, this is a upgrade times. This is a upgrade. This is a great depiction of Steel. This is some great spotlight he's getting as a character. And in the last two seasons, he got a lot of spotlight, especially season one. He's one who does the final blow to Morgan Edge in season one. So he got his fair share of spotlight in this show. Gee, I don't know. She had a nice tight body. She working. I think she was working out a bit. Trying to get toned up. She is the bottom of the barrel. Told him she's the bottom of the barrel. If no one is left, even then I just use. Damn, Terrence, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Doing her like that. Archie, guys. Overall, if I had to grade this episode, if anyone has any more questions regarding this episode and what I think about it, go ahead and type it if you want. Hold on, y'all. And I'm back. All right. We are about to get into James Gunn's quote regarding Superman Legacy. But yeah, guys, overall, I like this episode. Thought it was solid. This was a great opening to season 3. If I had to compare it to the season 1 and season 2 opening, I thought this was better than the opening of season 2. This was a great opener. I think this is the second great season opener that we have so far. Season 3, episode 1. This was solid. Then it ended on a great note with that action sequence. Yeah. A lot of good moments up in this episode, bro. A lot of good moments. The villain with the spiral face was a nice touch. He's actually a Green Arrow villain. Uh, do you know his name? Do you know the villain's name, Terrence? I was trying to, because I knew it wasn't a Superman villain. Because I never seen or heard of that villain before. But if it's a Green Arrow villain, it makes sense. Because I don't know too many Green Arrow villains. The fight scenes were amazing too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get into James Gunn's quote regarding Superman legacy and his reasons and, for really doing this anyways. So, Tom King already spoiled that James Gunn is directing Superman Legacy. I mean, it's low-key obvious that he was going to be directing anyways. I mean, he's writing it. He's also leading out this universe along with Peter Safran. So it only makes so much sense that he's going to direct it. When it comes to visuals and tone, this show fires on all cylinders. Yeah, this is a great show. Better than most MCU shows. Well, better than all of them. Let me go ahead and get James Gunn quote up where he breaks down the reasons. Well, his main reasons why he's doing this anyways. But we're going to get that breakdown. Yes, I'm directing Superman Legacy to be released on July 11th, 2025. That's a couple of days for my birthday. July 11th. I was born July 18th, so that's going to be a couple of, oh, yeah, hold up. That's going to be coming out. That's going to be the week before my birthday, but hold on, y'all. July 2025. That is a Friday. And my birthday is that next Friday. All right, Gunn, I see what you're trying to do. Gunn doing everything for me. He dropping this on a Friday, the Friday before the Friday that's my birthday. Like, man, Gunn be looking out for me, bro. Shouts out Gunn. Shouts out to my nigga James Gunn. Yes, I'm directing Superman Legacy to be released on July 11, 2025. My brother Matt told me when he saw the release date, he started to cry. I asked him why. He said, "Dude, it's Dad's birthday." I hadn't realized. So the day Superman Legacy releases is going to be on his dad's birthday. So this is going to be something a little bit sentimental for him. I'm just assuming it would make sense that he might make some tweaks and changes, but I feel like the movie is going to have a lot of have a huge take on fatherhood, because this what Superman basically, what James Gunn basically breaks this down is it's going to be focusing on Superman's Kryptonian side and his human side. Is going to highlight both sides and basically help Superman come to terms with both his identities, because it really depends. Most of the time with Superman, we just focus on his Earth side. Which he grew up. That's the majority of his life. He never grew up on Krypton, so he doesn't really have a life as a Kryptonian. But it doesn't change that he's still, in his DNA, is Kryptonian. He's still Kryptonian. He's not part human, but he lived as a human. He lived as a human being. He lived on Earth. He didn't live as a Kryptonian. But he wants to highlight and focus on both, which is going to be very different, because most movies either try to focus on one or the other. They don't really highlight both as they should be. I lost my dad almost 3 years ago. He was my best friend. He didn't understand me as a kid, but he supported my love of comics and my love of film, and I wouldn't be making this movie without him. It has been a long road to this point. I was offered Superman years ago. I initially said no because I didn't have a way in that felt unique and fun and that emotional that gave Superman the dignity he deserved. So even he didn't think with the work, with the work he does, he didn't even think it was good enough for Superman. But since he's in this moment, he's gonna go ahead and just take it on. That's like, yes. A while back, I was totally against James Gunn doing a Superman movie, but now that I reflect and just look upon his work, he has the right tone for Superman. as I said prior to prior to him being hired, it's really just his comedy. You scale back the comedy just a little bit, you have a perfect balance of Superman. Most of his Guardians film are literally the tone of what Superman would fall into with less comedy. Very colorful, bright, hopeful, happy, boom, happy go lucky type of shit. That's fucking Superman. He can pull this off. People don't believe that he can do it. I think he can pull this off. I think James Gunn has enough sense to hold himself back and not, embrace his, childish movie antics that he does. I think he's I think he's old enough to restrain himself and not do all that childish shit he be doing in his movies, like dick jokes and shit, which I don't hate, but I think he can hold himself back from doing that stuff in a Superman movie. Onomatopoeia appeared in the Green Arrow comic. He's been around a minute and has dealt with a few characters. Such a character can mimic sounds using strange technology while having strength and decent form of speed. And it does make sense how he got away so quick too, because he just straight up disappeared. So that makes total sense. K. The info you want to know is above. Thank you, Terrence. Then, a bit less than a year ago, I saw a way in many ways centering around Superman's heritage, how both his aristocratic Kryptonian parents and his Kansas farming parents inform him who he is and the choices he makes. So yeah, this is going to be about honestly coming to terms with your identity. Because in the real world, like in the real world, this happens with people that are like even mixed. How a lot of people that are mixed, they struggle with like, am I black? Am I white? Am I Hispanic? Like, what's my identity? What's my place? What am I? When it's like you're all those things, but you just need to love yourself. Love yourself. Come to terms with what you are. Accept it. You can make change. You can also make changes and update yourself, but love yourself. Appreciate yourself. This is you. You was born this way. I mean, you're not a mistake. That is literally just what you are. Be you, embrace you, don't hold back, don't care too much about what others think, because at the end of the day, they're not you. They don't walk in your shoes. They're talking from the outside in, but still be you. Do you. So I chose to finally take on writing the script, but I was hesitant to direct despite the constant pestering by Peter Safran and others to commit. Sorry, Peter. And I'm glad they was pushing him to just do it. Like, bro, you writing it. Like, you are literally writing it. You might as well direct it at this point. Like, a lot of Batman Begins, Nolan wrote and he directed it too. Not say David S. Goyer also helped out too. David S. Goyer pitched the story, but it just makes sense to just direct it because at least it's consistent. You wrote it and you're directing it. It's going to be consistent in between, because sometimes with a lot of movies you have an inconsistency between directors and writers. I'm gonna give a prime example. When the Russo, a lot of people remember this. Terrence, a lot of people remember this. Well, not a lot of people covered it, but I did. The writers of Endgame and the directors of Endgame do not agree on the time travel they did in the movie. They both have different theories on how their time travel works. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying the Russo brothers have to write Endgame, but if they wrote Endgame, then at least maybe the time travel would have been more consistent, because they have a consistent theory on how it should work. You are directing it. There's a disconnect between the directors and writers, because the director's going to change stuff. He's going to misinterpret things, and it's not going to translate because he didn't write it. But James Gunn wrote it. If he's writing it, you might as well direct it. At least you know what the fuck you wrote, because you wrote it down. It came from your mind. It came out of you. So there should be a consistency with the writing and directing of this film, which is really which is, you know, something that a lot of films don't really do well. Consistent between the director and the writer. Get out while I don't love myself. I simply exist and walk the path of Terrence. The Terrence way. You guys, I'll be going live on TikTok right after this too. Going live on TikTok after this. Just because I write something doesn't mean I feel it in my bones, visually and emotionally enough to spend over 2 years directing it, especially not something of this magnitude. Like, yeah, he James Gunn wrote Dawn of the Dead, you know? He wrote Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's one of his first big movies. You know, just because he wrote Dawn of the Dead doesn't mean he wanted to direct it, because he wrote a lot of he does write. He has some credits on a lot of movies for a lot of people. And people wrote his movies too. And you can have that. Like, you can write some shit and create some stuff, but not really want to do much more with it. Like, there's people who literally draw art, but they don't want to take it a step further and get it published, sell it, or whatever. They just like to draw. They don't really like to go all the way with their talent. They just like, you know, like to fuck around and just make some shit. And like, oh, I made this. And then just move on from it. Leave it as is. But Gunn, I'm glad that you directing, but this was obvious anyways. This is shit we already fucking knew. It was so obvious. But the long and the short of it is, I love this script and I'm incredibly excited as we begin this journey. Solid. Well, Superman Legacy drops July 11th, 2025, guys. We have a official date. Just Gunn said 2025. I don't think he gave a full specific date, but yeah, July 11th, 2025 is when it drops. That's a week before my birthday, so that's a good thing. I'm going to be well, hopefully the movie's good. If the movie ain't good and that's a week before my birthday, my whole birthday fucked up. Shit. But I think the movie's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be bad. Because, like, out of all the James Gunn, there's only... I really don't give a fuck about the Guardians of that, because I don't give a fuck about the team. I don't hate the movie. I don't think the movie is bad, right? I don't think the movie is bad. I don't think Guardians is like trash, garbage, dookie juice. It ain't, it's definitely top 10 MCU, but it ain't like top 3 or top, yeah, it ain't top 3 MCU. It's top 10, but not no top 3 type of shit, or top 5 like people be capping for. But still not a bad movie. Still not a bad film. I did like the Suicide Squad more. I did like Peacemaker. So I think he can do it. Guys, literally just refrain from the comedy and he's good. But I think from what he said here, I think he's you know, I think he acknowledges that people do have many issues with his overindulgence in the comedy, and he's going to scale it back just for this movie. Hopefully he acknowledges that and holds back. MCU makes cinema. Let me keep that up there. Well, that's all I got to say to that. Never. Oops, wrong one. Fuck you talking about MCU makes cinema. Get that bullshit out of here. Delete that comment, MSK. Delete that shit. Nah, I'm joking. MCU makes cinema. That shit you know. That shit MCU movies you know. They that shit make some average ass movies at best. They got a few hits. A few. Kid, I wish you're rating a Soup season 3 premiere. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. I had some issues with some of the green screen, but like I said, I acknowledge this as a show with a low budget, like standard TV budget. This ain't Mandalorian on Disney Plus, which is going to obviously get a bigger budget, or Last of Us, which is, you know, show with a bigger budget and is done on a more prestigious network. But just some slight green screen issues in some parts, but other than that, 4 out of 5. Liked it. I thought it was a better season opener than season 2. I thought it was. I thought it opened up better than season 2. I did like the season 2 opening, but season 1 opener and the season 3 opener was great openers to the shows. Also, his Watchmen film was very impressive, mostly accurate to the source material, with the exception of the ending. One must keep in mind there is a theatrical cut, director's cut, and ultimate. As I said, Watchmen is Zack Snyder's, well, best and only great DC film. But that's his best DC film he did. Watchmen is fucking, that shit's cinema. That shit's cinema, my nigga. Watchmen don't get enough appreciation, but it's a, at this point it has that cult classic. It has a cult classic on it at this point. It's really a top tier comic book movie. Yeah, majority of it is adapted from the source material, and majority of it is already written because the fucking graphic novel. But as a film, that's a great adaptation. That's a great adaptation. Slight tweaks, not too much. It's accurate enough to where you can't really complain about all these changes, but solid. Watchmen is tight. Solid ass movie. Wish it made more money. MC makes cinema. Already read that. Kate, I wish you already read that. I gotta give it so 9 out of 10. MCU has been ran through. Facts. And MCU is that dude or chick that been with like over 56 people, and they just old news. They some loosey gooseys. Oh, by the way, what's your rating on The Last of Us as a show as a whole, K-Dot? I'm gonna review it separately. I'm not gonna review it live. I'm gonna do a full on review of it. Might get somebody to do the review with me, but obviously the game is still better. Story wise, the game's still better. Not talking about like gameplay. We separate a game and the show, but as far as the story, the dialogue, the game is still 10 times better, obviously. But as an adaptation, out of 5, I give it a 4. It ain't perfect, but I give it a 4. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. But yeah, The Last of Us, we will talk about it live to talk about the upcoming news for season 2, because Neil Druckmann, as I said, I knew Neil Druckmann was gonna be, fucking was gonna pull that shit. I mean, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck with about Last of Us 2. He don't care that he has some pregnant fucking lady jumping over fences and shit and all that, all that dumb shit. He don't care that people had to play as a character that we don't like. I get what story you're trying to do, but nigga, I don't give a fuck about what you was trying to do. The way you executed that shit was bullshit. I'm telling y'all, if Neil Druckmann directed Marvel Spider-Man 2, he would have a Rhino kill Spider-Man, and then you play as Rhino for a majority of the game. That's the type of shit Neil Druckmann do. He kills Spider-Man and make you play as Rhino for the whole game. That's the type of shit that nigga would do. He would do that shit. Or, I don't know, he fucking would kill Kratos. He would let Odin kill Kratos, and you play as Odin for, like, majority of a God of War game. Like, nigga, I don't want to play as no fucking Odin. That weak-ass nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Like, this nigga. Don't nobody want to play as no fucking Abby. Now, the show's going to be different because you're not, we're going to, if he's going to do the same exact, because, okay, if he literally does not care how his, and I'm not saying you need to change up your ending and not do what you want. I don't have to like what you do, but you can do what you want. You can go ahead and whatever you thought out, make it. Doesn't mean people have to like it, right? If he's going to execute Last of Us season 2 and beyond, like The Last of Us 2, he can do so. Don't mean we're gonna like that shit. Because I'm telling you, when people see Joel die, and there's already people that's already doing like Last of Us 2, what's that shit they doing? Revisionist history on Last of Us 2, trying to gas that shit up like it's good. there's people that's going to be all like, no, this makes total sense. Well, Joel was not that good of a character anyways. Fuck Joel. Like they don't like get no fuck about Bobby. What's his buff ass bitch? The wild Sarah from Superman Lois is cute. I wouldn't be fucking with her. She seems like one of those females that will suck you off, act like it didn't happen, wear sexy outfits and don't want you. Man, Sarah didn't even give Jordan that sloppy toppy yet. She over there playing with my man Soul to look. But Craig Mazin said it will be different in season 2. I think he will check. Oh yeah. When season 2 comes out, let me fix that. When season 2 comes out, it's not going to be Last of Us 2. They're going to do more than 2 seasons. More likely to get to season 3, 4. That's when we get to the Last of Us 2 era. But Last of Us season 2 could literally just be that middle in between 2 and 1. I think is literally going to be that. There's going to flesh out what's going on to give us more time. That's the thing with Last of Us 1 to 2. You skip past you age up Ellie. There's years that have been passed where we didn't get to enjoy Joel, and you just kill him right off the bat. Because that's the biggest problem. You just kill him right off the bat. You don't let shit marinate. I think you can execute the same thing in this show like Last of Us 2. It's just letting us live with our main character a little bit more. Because as soon as you get in Last of Us 2, that nigga Joel dead. Like, you barely get to spend time with him. He dead. He gone. If Joel dies same way as part 2, the show will tank hard. Yeah, and even though I don't even like the way he got killed, if you just give us in this show more time with Joel, like more time, and you do that bullshit, maybe the blow won't hurt as much. But if you just go, if let's just say, if season 2 just starts with Last of Us 2, let's say for example, it starts with Last of Us 2, and Joel dies in the first episode, nobody ain't gonna fuck with that shit. Nobody gonna fuck with that shit. Exactly, this game was hated, man. Joel did the right thing. Yeah, I was agree. Joel did the right thing. Yeah, Joel sacrificed humanity. Fuck humanity. Blah blah blah. But he, he did what he had to do. It was about the fucking jab up that little girl and shit. I grant, yes, you gotta save humanity. Blah blah blah. But did humanity really deserve to be saved at that point? I mean, did it really? Yeah, I'm not saying we just need to die and just accept our fate, but like, bruh, she gotta die for that. Granted, Ellie's just one person, but like at that point, you couldn't ask Joel to do that. He spent all this time with this girl. He built a bond with her, and you want him to allow this little girl to die? That's tripping. Tony, my TikTok, I just put it in the chat. Y'all can just click the link; it'll take you straight to the TikTok. It doesn't matter how much sense it makes when you do something most fans didn't agree with. I watched cutscenes from game 1, awesome masterpiece, but I'm 2 hours into the second game. Nope. Yeah, I mean, just you guys, because like I say, it's all about execution. I don't want to see Abby lead shit. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see her lead nothing. I still want Joel to be around. Because like, bruh, it's one of your main flagship characters, and you just get rid of him like that. Like, bruh. Joel is like a PlayStation legend at this point. You just kill him off like that. And also, they didn't give Ellie consent for the surgery. Did they ask her for permission in the game? I'm trying to remember. Because I don't think they fully. I'm trying to remember if in the game they did even disclose to her that they're going to kill her. No. Because she would have fought back against it. Yeah, not even the game. They didn't even really like say what they was going to exactly do, but they put on that anesthesia and shit. It wasn't until Joel found out. Yeah, it wasn't until Joel found out because they got knocked out in the game too. Yeah. If Joel dies in the baddest and heroic way by saving Ellie from Abby, then people would be fine with that because it's respectable. Agreed. Like if you let him go out like a hero and shit, it's not to say that Joel's a hero. It's not say Joel's a hero, because he did sacrifice humanity, right? He did sacrifice humanity, but you can't ask a man that is used to being a father just like fucking let a little girl die. That's asking too much. Even if they in some fucking zombie apocalypse shit, that's asking too much. Oh, is this a girl you would want to play Abby? Or is this the girl I did? Oh, she did play Abby. Oh, no. Oh, people want her to play Abby. Why does she look familiar? Hold up. She look. Dang, what am I? Oh, oh shit. What's her fucking name? Hold up, y'all. This fucked up. She looked just like this girl right here. She looked just like. We about to get ready to end it too. All right. Y'all remember this girl? I see no difference. I'm not trying to say this girl ugly though. Let me make that clear. She ain't ugly. She ain't ugly. She got a cute face. She ain't ugly. I'm not trying to say she ugly. I'm not trying to say she ugly. But right here, yeah, that's her twin. You my treacherous little twin. You my twin. You my treacherous little twin. You my twin. That's her twin right there, bruh. Man, they might be related. She better get a DNA test. Make sure that's not her sister. That's a boy. Nah, didn't they say he was a girl in the Oh, that is a boy. Whoops. They still look alike regardless. Even if that's boy, they still look alike. They still look the same. Regardless of anything. That's her brother. That's her twin brother. That's her twin brother. Yeah, I forgot he played young Michael Myers in that movie. Uh-oh, we got Hot Takes Tuesday here. The Nerd Man. What up, Nerd Man?
Yo, what's up, dude? I just came back from Shazam.
I was about to get ready to close up, but preach. What's the word? What's the word?
Oh no, I'm not. Look,
I mean, don't spoil it.
I'll save it for my review. But like,
come on, Nerd Man, tell me something good.
The good thing is I like it.
Okay.
That's the good thing. Like, I like.
Is it better than every MCU movie? Is it better than every MCU movie?
Oh, bro, why are you asking me these questions?
I'm just making sure. Sometimes,
no,
MCU
it's
movies,
not better than every MCU movie. Not even Shazam 1 is better than every MCU movie. But like,
which one do you like more, Shazam 1 or 2?
I like them about equally, and I'll explain. This is the thing. I want to hit it like running when I go on to the non-spoiler review, which you're welcome to, and I won't spoil it, but you can be there to just ask me these exact type of questions.
Yeah, I'll join. I got time to join. I'll join your non-spoiler review.
Yeah. And then I'll do my kind of ranking thing as well, like just to say like where it kind of lands for me in terms of DC movies. But I still
Yeah,
haven't
I saw
seen
that.
the whole of the Superman and Lois 3. You've got to tell me about Superman and Lois 3.
Oh, great opening. Great opening.
Really? And
I liked it better than the season 2 opening, but I thought the opening was solid.
what's happened? Like, basically, give me like a little tidbit
Uh,
of like.
well, Superman and them, they're all obviously still in Smallville. Lois is pregnant again. They've been doing some fucking. They've been very sexually active since the
Right,
events of
right, right.
season 2. Sarah and Jonathan, or Sarah and Jordan, still having a little. Well, Sarah's having issues. Jordan, he's simping for Sarah a little bit too much, but Jordan and Sarah's they're not dating right now. They're taking a break. Sarah's being, you know, girl shit. Lana and her husband are getting a divorce. They already getting ready to sign the papers. Lana's mayor, and they introduced Bruno Mannheim. You know who Bruno Mannheim is, leader of Intergang, Superman villain.
Oh, right. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the guy from The Wire is playing Bruno. I forgot. You remember Tyrese from Walking Dead? Black dude,
Yeah,
season.
yeah.
He's playing. He's gonna be playing Bruno.
Oh, cool. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I'm looking forward to watching that. But I was going to say, look, I've got one story to share.
Go ahead.
So I went to Shazam Fury of the Gods and I bought 6 tickets. This time, because I'm going on Friday with my girlfriend and like some friends of mine. And but obviously it's DC, it's a DC movie. I've got to see it day one, right? Like
Right.
I've got to go and see it as soon as it comes out. And those guys were busy, so I went and I bought 6 tickets, and I actually ended up like writing on, like I got like a little envelope and I wrote on the envelope 3 tickets to the cinema. This is how much of a hardcore DC I am. I want people to know this is DC fan, right? I'm repping for the movie. So I put it out there and I was like, yeah, 3 tickets to the thing. And the guy who picked it up ended up sitting behind me, like randomly.
Yeah.
The person who picked it up, and they must have
But he
seen
didn't. He
me.
didn't. He didn't know. He didn't know it was you yet.
No, he must have seen me put it down, and he, like on the, like thing, and he was like, "Oh man, was it you who got the tickets and whatever?" And he went with his girlfriend or something like that.
Right.
Was it you who got the tickets? And he was like, "Oh, thank you, man." And like gave me a gin and tonic. Like it's like the least I can do. Like since you got me a ticket, and
You gonna watch it in the
so
cinema?
so like after the film finished, he was like, "Oh man, like I really like thank you. I really liked the film, and I'm not really usually into DC movies, but I'm more into the MCU ones. But this one was
Oh
actually
shit.
really good." So there
Well,
you go.
as long as as long as we got him as a soldier, that's all that matters now.
So I converted
Well,
one.
I think he said that because he didn't have to pay for the tickets.
That's true.
You know how people at the red carpet, they, obviously they gonna say the movie great, blah blah blah, like, oh, I like the movie, yeah, because they
No, I think because I heard some cheers in the movie, like towards the end as well. Like it's complicated, bro. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go into it. I'm gonna shoot straight from the hip.
was it for
You
the
know
impact
me.
cameo?
You
I mean,
know
they
me.
already showed it,
I'm
but
not gonna I'm not gonna lie about anything. I'm gonna shoot straight for the hip. The Wonder Woman cameo got some cheers, yes, and it was fantastic, in my opinion.
and now let me ask real quick. I'm asking it on your stream too. Was her cameo like glorified cameo, or did it have some story purpose with it?
Oh, it had story purpose with it, and it was tight.
Got it.
It was tight. I mean, I don't want to go into any spoilers. Like
Yeah, we'll say very non-spoiler.
let me because this is already out there. That's why we're talking about it. But let me put it this way. Uh, in terms of like the Wonder Woman cameo, um, it works. It works, and it works really well, and it's really good to see Gal Gadot like again, like doing her thing, just being Wonder Woman, like
I noticed you. I
24/7.
noticed she was wearing the same armor from '84 too.
Yeah.
That,
It's
that that's
tight,
her
bro.
best. That's her best.
Look, it's tight. Like if you don't like wanna, you might be a little bit shy to go woo or whatever, but like like inside people were saying, because I heard like a few people clapping, and then they were like, "Is anybody else clapping?" And I wanted to support them, but I was a little bit too shy. But like it was
Sometimes you gotta
it
lead
was
the
a
charge,
moment.
just randomly clap, and then everybody else start clapping. I'm gonna try that
Yeah,
someday
you
before
gotta
we beat it. I
you.
never tried that yet. To just clap
It's
and then
just you don't want to be the only one. That's the
right.
thing. But but
That's
there
gonna
were
be that's gonna be embarrassing, especially
there
if it's for like a
there
movie
were
that's not
other
clap worthy.
people. There were other people repping, and I didn't rep, which was bad. But I'll rep on Friday. It was. I was just trying to hear everything and see everything that she says and whatever. So like, I didn't want but like actually there was like audible kind of like as soon as she came on and somebody was like woo. So anyway.
We do got to get ready to head up out of here. I do gotta look at this clip from Snyder's Steppenwolf before I go.
Oh, did you cover Snyder's message today?
I honestly didn't care that much. I commented on Twitter about it, but he knows what he's doing. I'm just let him. I'm just let him just get people happy and then disappoint them. He's just gonna talk about Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead stuff.
I know.
Message from Lord Darkseid, like, bro, what are you doing?
What's he? Why is he using that? It's so
Yeah, I was like,
manipulative.
bro, what do you?
You know what? There's one thing about
Do what
being
he wants.
manipulative that really bothers me. It's that like if you're
That's like
manipulative and
wait,
wait.
okay.
Okay, go on.
That's like if the Russo brothers did a Russo con and they said message from Thanos. Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing that bothers me is when you're manipulative and you're not even good at it, but like people still go for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that is like grade one manipulation. Do you know what I'm saying? It's so obvious what he's doing, and it's like I can respect a person who's manipulative, and they're good at it. And I'm like, oh
Yeah, they're
shit, I got
like
manipulated at the end. Like I'll be like, all right, that's a boss move. I actually respect that. But when it's like super obvious, and you're just like, okay, well,
it's
it's like I know exactly what you're doing.
it's like
It's like
it's almost like a thief that's too obvious. Like, look, man, I get it, you're a thief, but come on, let's be a bet. You can do it better. You don't got to be
yeah,
a sloppy thief.
it's like my kids at school. I'm just like, dude, like, come on, man, you've been trying that tactic on me for like a long time. Oh, I've just got to get something from the hallway or whatever. It's like, yeah, right. No, you've got to stay in class and fucking learn shit. That's what you've got to do. you
Right.
know.
It like it did. Look, he gonna have his little Snyder con talk 3 days about that shit. It was just funny that he's using
Thanos, it makes no
all this
sense.
DC stuff to gas it up. It's like, bro, you don't work there no more. Stop, Lord Darkseid. You don't work there. Stop.
He actually got the guy who did Darkseid to
Yeah,
record that, didn't
he
he?
did the voice. He did the voice. Ray
What the
Fisher
fuck?
also. Ray Fisher was in the audio. Ben Affleck was too, and Ezra Miller. They did the Ben Affleck's. They listed off the dates. Maybe they're gonna pop up and say the Snyderverse will continue in an animated movie.
I doubt that very much, but like
I doubt it too. But
I'd love it if if it was genuinely like gonna be like, oh, they're gonna make not him taking over the DC universe,
yeah,
but literally they're gonna make Justice League 2 and 3, right? Like in a
in
animated
a
form,
pocket, yeah,
or
pocket
even in
universe.
a, I'll be like, yeah, I'm down for that. That's cool, but it ain't gonna happen. So why are you doing that,
Making it
bro?
seem
Like
like it's gonna
you're
happen.
just sicking like these toxic fans on, like, and doing it one day before Shazam. It's pretty obvious. Like he's like, oh fuck you, Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
well, and I noticed if you noticed today, they all doing like it's all strategic. You know, he did it before Shazam, and then Gunn drops this news today to
That he's directing Superman.
this shit is all politics, right? This is all politics. So Snyder drops the that Snyder Con shit today. Then Gunn drops the news of him directing Superman Legacy, and then right all before Shazam, and it's like, damn, this is some politics.
Yeah, they need to get their shit sorted. They just need to like come
Yeah,
back
that's the
together and see what's good for business. Fuck all this personal shit. What is good for business? If Snyder's good for business, go with it. If it ain't, don't drop it and drop everyone involved with it.
it's
That
yeah. I mean, clearly
that's
he's
it. It's
not
that
good
simple.
for the business, but well, the business that they're trying to do.
Whatever. I don't know. I don't. I honestly, genuinely don't know if, like, maybe if they just went, make another movie for DC. Um, it doesn't even have to be Justice League. Just make another, like, something that works with him and his style of filmmaking. If that would appease a little bit these Snyder fans, and then they could get on board with like other movies. But I think it's gone beyond that.
Yeah,
I don't think it would even that would work. So
but yeah, Snyder Con, yeah, it's good, good for Snyder
yeah, I mean,
Feige
I
Con.
Snyder, Steppenwolf. I'm not. I agree. I don't think it's going to do well, but like it's kind of sad. But then it's kind of like I'll talk about it in my review, um, and I'll be interested to know what you think of what I say, because I've got a very very good handle on what I think of this movie.
Girl running it. Snyder, you say this girl running with pigtails?
Don't get it twisted, Snyder Steppenwolf. I'm not like K
Oh,
Dots.
that one.
I like the Snyder cut. I think like there's he
Not
that
good.
there's there's stuff to
I mean, there's some good stuff in it. You know, there's some good stuff.
no, it's not even just as good stuff. I think there's something there. There was something there, worth exploring, but
Possibly.
not at the expense of anybody else doing DC movies. And that's why it feels like it is for these Snyder fans. It's like it's either him
Or
or
nobody.
nothing. And I can't co-sign that, bro. I don't want to just see Snyder movies,
Yeah,
even if I like him.
I need some variety in my life. Like, look, some shit like Joker to get. Mwah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
exactly.
The Batman.
The
Mwah.
Batman, you know what
Shazam.
I'm saying?
Like, can't deprive me of that shit. I can't. I can't do just one because, bro. Imagine if every MCU movie was directed by one person. Imagine every MCU
Exactly.
movie was directed by fucking what's a trash MCU director? The person who directed the two people who directed Captain Marvel 1. Imagine if they directed all them damn MCU movies.
Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't even be successful.
Yeah. So don't get it twisted, man. I'm not like, it's just you can like the art, but think the artist is a bit of a prick. And I do think he's being a bit of a prick. I think maybe it's understandable with everything that happened to him with DC that he's just like he wants to like fuck them up or something. It's like a vengeance. He's become Batman. He's become vengeance. He's become
literally
vengeance.
what it
You
is.
know,
That's Derby. That's really what it is. He's still like
he's salty.
what
He's
like
salty.
the whole Lord Darkseid job. I mean, I understand why the fuck he's doing it, but it's obvious what he's doing. This is like, you know, this is like obvious as day what the fuck he's doing. He's still trying to get back at them any way he can. It's like
It's salty.
it is what
It's
it is.
salty,
You
and
know?
it's not a good look. He should just focus on the film he's making,
Yeah.
and then hopefully, if that's successful, one day they'll be like, you know what?
Come back. Or they might say,
Yeah,
hey, James might say, hey, come do this movie for us, bro. Come direct the
yeah.
Batman 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's no secret what the fuck he's doing. I don't think he should be doing it. I think at a point you got to move the fuck on.
You
From
gotta
this shit,
move
but,
on. Yeah, it's not healthy.
Yeah, like yeah, because at the end of the day, you still got to move the fuck on from some shit. Like just whatever. Like the shit. I don't want to mention names, but everybody knows something. Had a fallout with some people years ago. I mean, moved on.
Mhm.
I can literally be picking at them all day if I wanted to. Move the fuck on. Yeah, they did me dirty. All right, cool. Keep it pushing. Keep it moving forward. I mean,
All right.
last thing, like, what's the end result? You want an apology? You want them to take you back? Like, what the hell you want? They don't like you. Why do you want to go back to people that don't like you? Like, they don't like you. Stop trying to go back to people that don't like you. That's like going back to an abusive relationship. Move on. Move on. All right, guys, we're about to get ready to end it. We're going to be over on Nerdman stream. Thank you all for watching. Shouts out Nerdman. Last thing we'll say, DC is better than Marvel in every shape or form. It's true. Deuces, guys.